Deciding between getting a roof repair or a roof replacement is quite possibly the biggest choice a homeowner has during the roofing process. So it's important to know some of the factors to consider to make that decision. By the end of this video, you'll know a few things that you should look at before you decide, including the age of your roof, your budget, the future of your house, and the damage of the roof sustained. The age of your roof is going to be one of the biggest factors you'll have to consider as you're deciding between a roof repair or a roof replacement. If your roof received some damage, but it's only been on your home for a couple of years, there's a good chance that it will continue to function properly for several years to come after a successful repair is completed. If your roof is reaching the end of its life though, say 20 years, then damage will be much more likely to occur and more repairs will be necessary. Those costs and headaches will add up, so if your roof is reaching that advanced age, it may be worth it to spring for a full replacement instead of leaving it more vulnerable to damage. We'll talk some more about the signs of an aging roof later, but you should be looking for things like heavy granule loss on your shingles or worn out roof flashing to help you see if your roof is old enough to warrant a replacement. Regardless of what a roofer says your roof needs or what it actually requires, you'll only be able to get the work done that you can pay for. Luckily, most homeowners insurance policies will cover damage that your roof receives from a storm and may even cover the cost of a full roof replacement if the damage is extensive. But that being said, without insurance, roof replacements are very expensive, with asphalt shingle replacements costing anywhere between $8,000 and $20,000, most of the ones that we do falling around $12,000. That's a lot of money for something that you don't get to use every day. Roof repairs can vary greatly in cost, and the reasons for them can be so different as well, but in most cases, you'll be expecting to drop a couple $1,000s to get a more significant repair done. We've got a blog all about the costs of different roof repairs, so if you want to learn more about that, check it out on our website. Depending on what you plan to do with your house in the future, that could also affect how you want to approach the task at hand. For instance, if your roof is nearing the end of its life and sustained some damage, but you're looking to sell your house in the next year or so anyway, so it's not really your problem, right? Not quite. Just because you won't be living in the house doesn't mean that you can put off getting it replaced and not face some of the consequences. Having a damaged or old roof on your house will severely lower your home's value and may lead to a buyer asking for the money to replace it as a part of the deal. The damage that your roof takes will be pretty key in determining the extent of your project, as it may decide for you what you need to get done. Also, having a good understanding of what the damage means can make you a more knowledgeable customer and would prevent any less reputable types from trying to oversell you on a replacement or repair that you don't actually need. So, let's get into it. On the exterior of your home, the main thing that you'll want to look for is any areas of shingle damage or excessive wear. The spread and total area affected will be the determining factor for what project you need to have done. If the damage is confined to a pretty small area that can be addressed without needing to replace too large a portion of shingles, a repair will most likely be the option that you need. If the whole side of the house has been damaged though, a replacement is going to be a much more appealing option. You'll also want to look out for damage at your roof's penetrations, which are your chimneys, vents, pipes, anything that comes through the roof. Around these areas, roofers use metal flashing to cover the gap between the penetration and the roof. When the flashing becomes damaged, however, they become a prime leak point for roofs. Typically, when damage occurs at these places, a repair is all that's required to solve the issue, especially when it's only on one spot. One last place to check is actually the underside of the roof, from inside your attic if you can get there. Your roof shingles are attached to the frame of your house by multiple sheets of wood, which is what we call roof decking. The decking under a solid, well-maintained roof system should stay dry and damage-free. However, very often when a leak occurs on a roof, the first place it causes damage is in the roof decking. Up in your attic, look for dark, damp spots throughout the decking. If there is a significant portion of your decking that has this kind of water damage, you'll probably need to have a full roof replacement done to address the issue at its source. Now that you've learned how to decide between getting a roof repair or a roof replacement, I hope you're starting to feel more confident taking the next steps in your roofing process. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.